Imagine that you are finishing your super mega construction, but in order to finish your construction you need stairs. You are calmly going up the stairs, but it has happened to all of us that we have lost our balance and unfortunately you end up dying. And the sad death message says, Bobicraft will fall from a ladder. Have you ever fallen from stairs in real life? If you have fallen from the stairs, leave your like and let's see how many people have broken their legs. A very unfortunate cause of death with a very absurd death message. For the next trick we need a village, and then you catch a villager like this. And we have to put armor with orange tree inside the dispenser. Then we click the button, and we have placed armor with thorns on this villager. Next, we place a TNT and a pressure plate. Now you just have to activate your TNT and start hitting your villager. There we hit, and Bobicraft was detonated by a villager. What the hell? It seems that the villagers have evolved, and now they want to exploit us all. You should know that this trick of putting armor on the villagers only works in Java Edition, but it's too funny to watch. But what will be the next absurd death?
So many dumb ways to die.
You probably know that the llama can spit you out. But what if you die from a llama? Well, I'm going to take some poison, and now that I'm half-hearted, the llama are going to start discovering me, and I'm going to die by a llama. The message says, Bobicraft was killed by a llama. This is already quite rare, but in Minecraft Bedrock it's even more peculiar. We are in Minecraft Bedrock. I throw a little poison on myself, and now that I'm half-hearted, we hit a llama. There we die, and the message says, Bobicraft received a llama saliva projectile. What? This is super weird. One of the stupidest deaths is llama saliva. What is this?
Dumb ways to die.
Did you know that there is a secret death message with dolphins and axolotls? And in order to achieve this hidden death message, we need to give the axolotls and dolphins a tragic death. We have to wait for them to die from being out of the water. Here the interesting thing is that if we put a label and put, for example, Bobicraft, and we give it to the dolphin and also to the axolotl, the death message will appear in the game files. Bobicraft died of dehydration for not drinking water. This message doesn't appear in the chat, but it does in the files. In Minecraft, we don't need drink water, but with this trick, it is the only way that your player can have a death message from dehydration. I wish they would put it in the game chat. Tell me what you think here in the comments below.
So many dumb ways to die.
When the new 1.18 arrives, all of us will go in search of new mountains. And the first thing we are going to do in this new update is to go on adventures in these new biomes. But you better be careful, because these adventures can result in one of the most absurd deaths. Because remember that in these new biomes there are many powder snow blocks. The powder snow will only be trolling you and it will also kill the player and freeze your horse. Observe the following absurd death. The player is near the new ones mountains from 1.18 and you just walk forward and F in the chat. The player just fell into a mega cave because of the powder snow. It will happen to everyone.
Dumb ways to die.
There is a very pathetic death that can happen to you in your survival. When we start to cut down, it is very common to replant again. Replanting Minecraft forests will give you more good in the future. But one of the most absurd deaths can happen to you in Minecraft is absolutely dying by a tree. Just imagine that you're walking through the area and very unfortunately they end up suffocating to death by a tree. Bobicraft suffocated on a wall, but unfortunately it was by a tree. You would be impressed to know all the tragic deaths that have happened due to trees. What remains to be seen is one of the most tragic deaths by a tree. Visualize yourself in an intense battle in a snowy biome, and you are escaping from bad players. You climb all possible mountains, but you realize that your only escape is to throw yourself off a mountain. You jump off a cliff and F in the chat, a frozen water block just when you were falling. It's a matter of time before any water block is snowy and biomes ends up freezing, and this can be very trolly in any water drop. You better be careful in snowy biomes.
Dumb ways to die.
And speaking of intense weather, what about storms? Storms can be quite dangerous, because during storms lightning is generated, and lightning can be quite trolly, and if you are a player with the worst luck in Minecraft, the following can happen to you.
With Angie from Angie with Milk.
¡Le caí el rayo!
You have to have the worst luck in the world to die by lightning in Minecraft. Bobicraft was struck by lightning. It is one of the most unlikely deaths that can happen. But yes, this exists. Has it ever happened to you? Tell me below in the comments.
So many dumb ways to die.
I'll tell you a secret and don't tell anyone. I'm too afraid of bees. I hope I'm not the only one here. Well, there is a very curious death with the bees. You must place a TNT with a pressure plate and now we have to bother the bees. We hit the bees and they start to sting us. Now we have to turn on the TNT when they hit us a few times. Now, if we turn it on and they sting us and we explode, just look this very funny death. Bobicraft was detonated by bee. It doesn't make any sense, but it's crazy, just like villagers' bees can be quite explosive.
Dumb ways to die.
Curiously, when we die by Dragon's Breath, the death message says Bobicraft was killed by Ender Dragon with his magic. Curiously, when a summoner kills us with his spikes, it says Bobicraft was killed by summoner with his magic. When we die with damage potions, they say that I die with their magic too. And even the guardians can also have this magic message. Or when we shoot ourselves with damage arrows, it also says Bobicraft died by magic. Did you know this magic message